When you lose your way, gaining some altitude can bring some perspective.
Hey Rohit, how are you doing? So finally, say nerf Mavuika. Actually, that's crazy because by the way, I just like, you know, like if you remember, like yesterday, I got like second copy of that 4-star weapon, and you know what? Even though it's only 9% damage increase, it's so noticeable. I mean, like, that's crazy. It's like, oh yeah, maybe it's not why. You know why it's sad? Oh yeah, I see now. Just a second. Let me check it. No, it's not because of Imaginarium City. So yeah, as you know, like, when new season of Imaginarium City is live, you see that, like, you know, like arrow. It means like after the above characters join your party, max HP, attack and defense are increased by 20%. So yeah, if you use like any of these characters in your party, like, then yes, it's kind of buff for 30 days. So yeah, I thought it's like something like this, but not. But it's not. Hey Zoro, hi, how are you doing? Hi Dreamers. First comment. Oh yeah, first comment. Mavuika got nerfed a lot. No Zoro, actually it's not a lot, if you ask me. It's about like 15 to 20% in average, but it's only on her burst and charge and normal attacks, which is actually okay. You know why? Because she was just incredibly crazy. And if you remember, like couple streams ago, like let's say back-to-back couple streams, like I told you guys that even if Hoyo nerf Mavuika by 50%, she still will be like pretty valuable and powerful. Now they nerfed only like 15-20%. It's okay. It's completely okay actually. She is not bad at the moment. Let's say she is still better than Arlecchino, and she is still better than mualani. So yeah, overall it's like we're still okay. I expect more nerf actually, you know, because even now she's just incredibly powerful. But we'll see. At Constellation 0. I'll get her. No, yes, of course. Like, you know, like it doesn't mean I hate Hoyo. Why is it? No. Oh, like, come on, Dreamers. Like, come on, guys. Like, don't get me wrong, but be a little bit serious. You know why? Because like she's crazy powerful. It's not okay for the game. It's not okay for a balance. It's completely not okay. You know, because like, you know, like no, it's bad actually for a game. That type of Mavuika with that buffs, etc., it's bad for the game. It's so bad. They need to balance like Mavuika anyway, and they will do definitely. Now, even now, by the way, she is incredibly powerful, and I expect more nerfs, and that would be nice if you ask me. You know why? Because, you know, if you consider reactions but not her personal damage, then she still can do a great amount of damage. Just imagine like overloaded. They increases reactions, guys. They increases overloaded reactions, right? It means if you play Mavuika in overload, like as a supportive, by the way, she will be like pretty powerful and useful. Her personal damage in melt with Furina. Just imagine Furina's buff. So yeah, no. They need to. It's actually great move if you ask me. She is still like powerful, you know, like let's say it's 15 to 20%. What does it mean? It means like if you before nerf like do about like 100k damage, 1 million damage, let's say, now you are going to do about like 550 or 500 yeah, k damage. So it's not so much actually. Actually it's okay. Oh yeah, about like getting her, yes, of course. Like I wouldn't suggest you to skip her, by the way. No way. Like yeah, like she's still crazy. By the way, they haven't touched any of her supportive abilities. But you know why? Because if you remember, guys, her supportive. If you remember, I told you that no need to go supportive Mavuika whatsoever at all. You know why? Because she's so powerful. It's better to build her as a DPS and time to time use her like on field. Even if you want to see her in your roster. Let's say instead of Dia, I can go the same DPS Mavuika. You know why? Because Chasca can benefit from that anyway. She can convert the bullet, right? And time to time, when her burst is ready, just like switch to Mavuika. Like do everything you want, like burst, like normal attacks, charge attacks, whatever. Do crazy amount of damage. And then this like off-field her again. To be honest, they made good choice nerfing. Yeah, actually, imagine power cap. Yes, actually, you're right. I completely agree with you, Zoro. Because yeah, it's no way they can keep Mavuika like this in this game. It's just impossible because she's too powerful. She's just incredibly powerful. Even now, by the way, she's incredibly powerful. Because that nerf was kinda okay. By the way, even though they nerf multiplier by 30%, damage nerf by about like 50 to 20%, just keep that in mind. So maybe we will see more multipliers nerfs, especially for normal and charge attack. It's like it's about using that fighting spirit. As you know, the like main source of her damage is charge and normal attacks. So that's nerfed by a lot, you know. Hey Naban, how are you doing? By 20, yes, like yeah, we already saw that. About like it's not completely 20 by the way in Naban. It's about 50 to 20 like that. But yeah, it's kinda like this. Even if she not nerfed and fully buffed, everyone would use everywhere. And yes, actually yes, that would be boring, I agree with you. Hey Van Harden, should I get Mavuika even though I don't have Xilonen inactive? Yes, of course. You know why, Ivan? Because actually let's say to activate her burst, you don't need Xilonen. You can use because when Mavuika uses her skill, she already consumed 80 Night Soul points. Those 80 Night Soul points converts to fighting spirit. So you are about like 20 fighting spirits away to activate her burst. Yes, with Xilonen it's going to be way more easy. But keep that in mind that Mavuika's burst, like cooldown, is 18 seconds. So you will be completely okay. You can use Kachina, by the way. It's also valuable. You can use any other natlan characters you have, you know. Or you can use, let's say, some normal attackers like maybe like Shinshu, you know, something like that. Like, or maybe maybe just a second. You can use Arlecchino, by the way. You can use Ayato. So yeah, like some like we can like quick attack, you know. But natlan character would be way more better. Just keep that in mind because yeah, each normal attack gives you 1.5 Night Soul point, like fighting spirit. It's not a lot. So you need to do about like 10 attacks, you know, normal attacks to get like to activate that burst. So you will be completely okay even if you don't have Xilonen. But if you ask me, in the future I would suggest you to go for Xilonen because at the moment, even after nerf, Xilonen, Mavuika, Bennett and citlali, I mean like it's all of future characters of course. It seems like the best team in the game, especially for Mavuika. I'm gonna go after citlali. This special event made me... Oh yeah, actually, by the way, citlali got nerfed as well, but that nerf doesn't like completely like doesn't touch any of the abilities. It's only about the damage. Let's say, as you know, guys, citlali by using her burst can do some damage. You know, like actually it's pretty decent damage. It was like 150k to 200k melt damage, reverse melt damage. Now it's going to be maybe like about like 100k, something like that. It's still okay. I mean, you know why? You can completely ignore that damage because the most value she brings to your team, it's like cryo aura. So yeah, in this case she's still the same. Crazy, we have a human with vision being a strongest support in the game. At C6 has become one of the strongest DPS in the game. Furina. Oh yeah, actually yes. I mean like strongest DPS in the strongest DPR in the... I mean like I don't know about like DPS, because as you know like Furina is okay as a supportive character. Yes, with Constellation she gets some infusion, etc. She can do some damage, of course. Let's say if you consider Furina as a supportive character, then yes, she is the strongest DPS as a supportive. Because let's say if you use Furina in any team, she brings a lot of additional damage. Yes, that's true. That's completely, because that saloon members is just insanely powerful, just crazy powerful. But in terms of DPS herself, she's not so powerful. I mean like, yeah, it's about like maybe 20 to 15% more damage, which is actually crazy, I mean overall, especially with other characters. But still, you know, like that's surprisingly Xilonen, Bennett, Mavuika and Citlali, it's still the best team. It's not Furina team, by the way. It's not Furina, but it's Xilonen. So yeah, even though Furina is so great, best team for Mavuika is still without Furina. Whereas Mavuika also being a human, but with Archon. Yeah, she's also human. Actually, you're right. Archon Authority. I put Mavuika at any cost. Yeah, like you know, like Dreamers. No, like no, about like 80%, by the way, Dreamers. Like I don't think they will do something like that. I expect more nerf, by the way. You know why? If you remember, guys, before releasing and before getting any like leaks, test plays, etc. You saw that would be nice if Mavuika is going to be supportive character, right? But not DPS. Now they want to do the same, actually. They want make Mavuika mostly supportive characters, but not DPS. That's it. Because they haven't touched any supportive abilities of Mavuika. Just keep that in mind. Only normal and charge attack, like damage decrease. And also like some buffs, you know? As you know, guys, when you use when she uses her burst, she gets like about like 50% additional damage to active character. It's up to 40%. You still cannot maybe utilize all of that. You know why? You can get 40 when you have 200 fighting spirit. If you have less, let's say 100, it means only 20%. So yeah, let's say if you activate that burst at 100 fighting spirit, you only get like 20%. So just keep that in mind. Now like it's like up to 40, but not 50 like it was before. Also another like a couple passives like also nerfed. Another one is like when nearby party members activate a Night Soul burst, like attack increased not by 35 but 30. It's okay. Actually it's not a huge nerf if you ask me. She still can do 1 million damage, by the way, just keep that in mind. And if you ask me, like she is kind of way more flexible and easy to use mualani in terms of damage, you know? It's not in terms of gameplays, etc. Because mualani at Constellation 0 can do the same, but you need to try again and again to catch like the proper, let's say, moment, I would say, the proper aura. In terms of Mavuika, she will be way more easy to get like 1 million damage. Two Pyro Queens together. Oh yeah, you mean Arlecchino and... But she's still good. She doesn't need energy as Neuvillette. I mean like if you mean Mavuika actually needs some energy, but yes, that's why they want to like, let's say, by nerfing her DPS abilities, they increase her supportive abilities. And yes, like her like DPS abilities, that skill, it's still the same damage. It's 2 seconds, etc., something like that, so you can still do some damage. But golden troop value, actually, it's increased a little bit. It's still like, actually, even after nerf, I would say use her as a DPS always. Like Obsidian Codex is #1, Crimson Witch if you have good pieces, Majesty Hunter if you use with Furina. So yeah, all of these stats the same. Oh, by the way, let me show you my renewed like stats for Mavuika. If you remember, guys, so yeah, now it's like, yeah, whatever. So yeah, my build, it's like this. 50 plus 40 from this set, right? And on top of that, 38.4, right? Also, I can increase that because some of the artifacts are actually trashy. This one is crit rate. I can switch to this one, which brings the additional crit damage. This one is okay, but I still can't like switch to this one. I will get less crit rate, but actually it's going to be about like 82 crit rate, 80-ish something crit rate, and about 230 crit damage. Would be nice. By the way, about the weapons, Citlali's weapons looks just insanely crazy, and that weapon can be used by, let's say, not completely, but in some cases by Nahida. Also can be used by Baiju especially, because Baiju creates shields, you know, and when someone is under the shield, you get additional damage. Actually, that weapon is so great for Baiju, not gonna lie, it's just insanely crazy, you know. So yeah, like when you under that shield, like Baiju's shield, you can do additional 28% damage at R1, something like that. On top of that, it gives you 264 elemental mastery plus 100 elemental mastery. So yeah, overall it's 364. That's crazy actually. It's so much. You know why? Elemental mastery is like it's the rarest stat in the game and most powerful stat in the game. Of course, if a character can utilize it, you can check it by the way right here. How much damage you can get. Like if you compare like Mavuika's 90 elemental mastery, like by pressing her key, you see like damages is not so high, but just check your Nahida if you have Nahida with like, or maybe like Kazuha, right? The multipliers just crazy, you see, 500%, 200%, 200%. It's crystal. That's crazy numbers. Vaporize and melt 100%. So yeah, that's crazy damage. That's why Hyper Bloom, Virgin, you see, so great. Electrocharge as well, and also they also increase multiplier for this some of these attacks, which is Overload, Superconduct, Electrocharge, and Shatter. So yeah, like game, they improve the game. I would say like it's better to not like destroy the balance with one Archon quest, Archon character. You know, it's my opinion if you ask me. Mavuika also has spin to win feature. Yeah, kinda like yes, if you ask me. It's kinda yes. You can do. By the way, it's that state lasts for 7 seconds. Keep that in mind. You can like it's not last forever. You can do about like 7 or 8 hits, something like that. You know. Also, it's like it looks like you know what? It's like donuts when you do with a motorbike. It's actually would be nice. Not gonna lie. Another point is Arlecchino is back. By nerfing Mavuika, by the way, they somehow increase value of Arlecchino. Just keep that in mind, because you know, like before nerf, Arlecchino was kinda, yeah, you know, destroyed, I would say, because no need to go for Arlecchino if you have Mavuika, so powerful character who can be sub DPS and DPS at the same time. You know, like let's say in terms of Arlecchino, you need to keep her on field to do something. In terms of Mavuika, you don't need to keep her on field. As soon as you get that burst back, I mean like with Fighting Spirit, you just can switch to Mavuika, do the business, I mean like that burst, 7 seconds normal and charge attacks, whatever you want, and after that switch back. That's it. And just imagine you can do 1 million damage, destroy everything around. So yeah, it's actually, that's why she is so powerful. Even now, she is way more flexible and versatile than Arlecchino. But Arlecchino can be shined with citlali, definitely. Oh, hey Yoni, how are you doing? So now is Mavuika doing now is Mavuika great. Anyway, she is good. I mean like, let's say she is still okay. She is not bad at all. And if you ask me like skip or not, like for Ali, yes, he is on 50-50, try to get... How are you doing, Ali? Like try to get Neuvillette. If you can get him, that's crazy. I wish you best of luck. Then go for Mavuika, definitely. You know, like what? I would be nice if they give us like that 42 days banner duration for any brand new characters. Actually, not gonna lie. And for weapon banners, by the way, as well. So yeah, they will keep that banners as well. Mavuika's weapon, by the way, it's also not bad. But I would say Gravestone, it's okay, you know. I wouldn't maybe suggest you to go for Serpent Spine because of Mavuika. If you have Gravestone, go for Gravestone. Gravestone is just a great option. Even though that weapon doesn't give you any crits, Mavuika's weapon doesn't give you much either, you know. It only gives you like 11 crit rate, which is actually, you know, you don't need crit rate on Mavuika because of Obsidian Codex. You know, you will be completely alright. Arlecchino, okay, I mean, if you want to. 150k, oh, 150k Primo, oh, it was like wasted in red. Oh, for real? That's crazy, Ali. I have Serpent Spine Vortex. Is it good with future Mavuika? Like, you know, like, if you don't have any other options, I have Serpent Spine as well. But what's the problem with Serpent Spine? If you see the passive, every 4 seconds the character is on the field, they will deal 6% more damage. In case of Mavuika, you can get only 12%. It have like, this weapon has like 5 stacks. It's overall 30%. You can get only 12, you know, because you use that burst. It's about like couple seconds, then 7 seconds for like, oh, actually no, my bad, I'm sorry, it's like 3 stacks, my bad. You can get like up to 3 stacks, maybe 4, but I don't think so. So yeah, overall it's about like 80%. So I would say at R1, Dragon's Bane is better. Dragon's Bane, my bad. The Gravestone is better at R1. But you know, like, you still can use it if you need additional crit rate. Try to not overcap, because, like, you know, like with Obsidian Codex you definitely will be overcapped because 27% is a high. But yeah, it's still valuable weapon, not bad. And base attack is pretty okay, you know, it's not so bad, I would say. I will test like both weapons, by the way, just keep that in mind, because I can go like, I can a little bit like a lower crit rate with my artifacts. So I definitely will check the both. In my opinion, R1 Gravestone is better because it has no conditions, it just gives you additional stats like. But Gravestone is great, but Serpent Spine is okay. Let's just keep, that's crazy, it's very good weapon. So yeah, about like this one, it gives high base attack, additional attack, also another attack, and also like when HP is like enemy's HP. Come on, why is that? Why are you like? Oh my god! By the way, you can like mute like all of the background like idle animations, like idle voice, something like that by. Yeah, that's one. The problem is when you do some like events with the voices, dialogues, yeah, it will be impossible to hear them as well. That's annoying. By the way, they did the changes in like back then. It wasn't like that, you know. So yeah, we haven't had any idle animation whatsoever. It was so quiet because some of the characters are really annoying. Not gonna lie. Hey Mr. Dever, how are you doing? I hope Vortex they make Mavuika full sub DPS. I mean, I don't think so that full sub DPS is a great idea if you ask me. You know why? I would like to get the Mavuika as she is now. I mean, like, a little bit nerfed, that's okay. I mean, like, if she do melt 1 million, not 2 million damage, I will be completely alright with that. I don't need 2 million. Because you know why? Let's say if she can do like with her charge attack, like that motorbike donuts, about 100k damage, or let's say 60k damage, right, for 7 seconds, like, I'm completely okay with that. It's a huge amount of damage, because on top of that, she can buff your teammates. And by the way, that buff lasts for 20 seconds. So yeah, as soon as you like used Mavuika's 7-second state, you can switch to another character, and that buff is still on you. Yes, it's kinda, let me just check that. It's kinda decaying like within 20 seconds, you know, like it gives, but still it's okay. It still is okay. I have no plans using Mavuika as a DPS. If I got Mavuika and Neuvillette and you have no choice, by the way, Ali, if you ask me. You know why? Since it makes no sense to do Mavuika as a supportive character because she's crazy DPS. I mean, like, is it how to like? Let's say it's kind of the same. Like, you have Chasca, right? Making Chasca a supportive character without good, like, your teammates make no sense. You know, it's better to use her as a DPS anyway. Mavuika is the same. You know, Mavuika is so powerful at DPS, it makes no sense at the moment, like with that, like with this version of beta, second beta, it makes no sense to use her as a sub DPS. I mean, like, yes, you can, but as soon as you get that burst back, I would suggest you to use that burst, those are damage, like crazy damage, then off-field her again. So it's like that. It's this how she works. Yo, gravestone, my 3 gravestone can finally. Yes, yes. So Mavuika now. What DPS? Mavuika now, yes, she's the same, Mr. Dever, she is the same, exactly the same. The only problem, it's not a problem, they nerf Mavuika by 15%, 50 to 20%, something like that. So yeah. So her damage is a little bit nerfed. By the way, multipliers nerfed by 30%, if you ask me. All of the multipliers. But her sub DPS abilities is exactly the same. They haven't touched it yet. I don't think they will. You know why? Because yeah, she is not so great as a sub DPS because she is crazy at DPS. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, do you know this place? It's like, what is? I lost it. Oh yeah, it's right here. But arlecchino without buff hits like 50k plus, but Mavuika only to no, like no, it's not like that. Like 50k? No, like, you know, like, no, Mavuika hits way more better damage, like if you compare, like, it's, but you know what, damage, like, without, what do you mean, without the buff? Without a buff, I mean, like that burst attack, I mean, yes, maybe. Yes, maybe like that, but you know, like, Bond of Life is a buff, actually. Actually, Bond of Life is a buff. When you mark an enemy, you get the Bond of Life, it's a buff, just keep that in mind. It's 50k, by the way, it's your initial hit. Like how Mavuika works, by the way, Ali, just in case, like, you cannot get all of the damage, like at 50k, it's like, it also decreases, you know? Like, only initial hit gives you like huge damage. After that, damage will be decreased. Like every next hit, your damage will be decreased. Just keep that in mind. So yeah, it's not like you can get like 40k off within like 20 seconds, something like that. In this case, Mavuika is better, you know? So yeah, just keep that in mind. Mavuika is better. The point is, arlecchino is not so trash now. So yeah, like with that buff, with that nerf, I'm sorry, they a little bit increase arlecchino's value, let's say, like something like that. So yeah, like, but still, like, it's arlecchino is a little bit different, like character, like, it's, just keep that in mind. She's not like, you cannot do the same damage within like 20 seconds or something like that. Your initial hit, yes, it's crazy, but after that, damage will go down. Like when her Bond of Life goes down, your damage goes down as well. So yeah, because that Bond of Life, it's a buff. It's Mavuika's buff. It's arlecchino's buff, my bad. No, Mr. River, come on, like, you delete all of the messages. Yeah, yes. Coordinated attack as Raiden. I mean, yes, she, like, yeah, you mean Mavuika, yes, exactly. Maybe like Raiden, Mr. River, a hybrid character, both of, oh yeah, okay, like a character who does more reaction is better than one than do much reaction. Actually, yes, I completely agree with you. That's why supportive Mavuika, like Mavuika as a supportive sub DPS character is crazy, and Alice DPS as well. I mean, the problem is Mavuika is so powerful at the moment, you cannot use her as a sub DPS. That's a problem. That's a huge problem actually. That's why they want to nerf Mavuika, you know, to make her maybe more sub DPS character. I don't think they will do much. I mean, nerf much, because maybe, let's say if they nerf her like for about 15% more, so it's overall 30%. So instead of like getting a 1 million damage, you will get about like maybe 700 or 600 damage. She still will be incredibly powerful. You know why? Because she is so flexible. She can be off field, on field. Say 1 second, it's more than enough to do increased damage. Also, she can use other characters, by the way, like as a supportive, like Xilonen. It's easy to use, you know. Mavuika you can use. So yeah, like she's still super valuable. And we have Furina, you know, like let's say if you have Furina, let's say her best team is with citlali. But you know why with citlali? Because citlali is kinda cryo Xilonen for Hydra and Pyro, just keep that in mind. They nerf citlali as well, by the way, but surprisingly they buff Xianyun. It's a new 4-star anemo girl, you know. They buffed her shield from 8 seconds to 12.5 seconds, which is actually useless if you ask me. You know why? You cannot keep that shield for so long time. So actually it's just a number which is completely useless. Because if, like, her shield is kinda okay, but not so tanky. Even Zhongli's shield cannot sustain, like, you cannot keep it for 8 seconds, you know? Just imagine, like, that Xianyun. So yeah, it's just a number, nothing more. Yes, like, if you ask me, Ali, would be nice, like, yeah, would be way better to go for Neuvillette and then Mavuika, yeah. A character who does more than reaction, yeah. I saw by using my friend's arlecchino, her damage is reduced, sometimes increased. No, it's not increased. You know why it's increased? I mean, it's increased because you do some reaction, dreamers. You can check it, by the way, what damage you get. But damage is decreased, like always. As soon as you use Bond of Life, her damage decreased. Why you get more damage? Because you do reaction, let's say WIFI reaction. That's why damage might be a little bit, not a little bit, by the way, increased by a lot, only because of reaction. You cannot do reaction over and over again with arlecchino. That's a problem, but it's okay, because she has like 2.5 seconds ICD. Mavuika has 2 seconds ICD. So yeah, it's still more than Xianyun, but see, because of multipliers, Mavuika is way better. Of course, it's not even comparable with Xianyun. Mavuika is actually bad as supportive. She is meant to be DPS. I mean, like, you know, like, let's say at the moment, yes, but she's not bad as supportive. She is actually not bad as supportive, and you need to use that skill. You know why? Yeah, like, no way you can get enough fighting spirit by not using her skill. You definitely need to use that skill, because that skill, by using it, gives you 80 Night Soul points, which converts to fighting spirit, which is good for her burst. Let's say as soon as you use that skill, this, like, her burst, like, will be like about right here, something like that, with 80 fighting spirit, you know. You need additional 20 to activate it, activate her burst. Just keep that in mind. Like, her skill is still, like, incredibly useful, and you need to use it. About the damage though, yes, I wouldn't suggest you to build Mavuika as a sub DPS with Golden Troop or like something like a Virgin Elemental Masteries. Because why? You know why? Because output damage with Virgin, with Golden Troop, etc. will be less than if you use her burst, do 7 seconds attack, enhance attack, and just like off field turn. Just keep that in mind. But if you need consistent damage, let's say why Virgin is so great, if let's say you need consistent damage, right? Then yes, in this case, using EM makes sense. You can use like, but you will lose some like crazy damage. But it depends. Let's say if you need to destroy the shield, let's say, as you know, guys, we have like this enemy, right? Against this enemy, supportive Mavuika makes sense, because her damage will be stays not the same, a little bit less, but still reasonable, decent amount of damage. but you can destroy the shield by like actually you can do the same without anything. No, like no need to do that. Like use as a DPS always. Always as DPS. Maybe in the future when they release some different enemies, then yes, like reaction, like you know, like reaction is like might be way more valuable, will be valuable, like reaction damage than like pure like say Mavuika's damage, let's say. I believe that a person who looks strong isn't strong. Actually, yes. I got you. At least don't die like arlecchino. Yes, arlecchino is actually super fragile. Arlecchino cannot be like healed by any other sources. That's a problem. Arlecchino doesn't have that resistant to interruption unit Constellation 1. So yeah, like she has some problems. Even though she's crazy, she's powerful, not gonna lie. That Bond of Life actually it's okay. It's great actually because she doesn't rely on any other, like let's say she is kinda like I don't wanna say like Neuvillette, of course. In terms of damage, by the way, she's better than Neuvillette. But yeah, she's a little bit difficult. You need to get used to her. Mavuika in this case way more easy to use. Go with Neuvillette all first.
I'd have lost myself long ago if I allowed myself to be led by the whispers of the abyss. Surviving is tough.
Oh, I forgot
Taming
about
the beast
prototype.
within
I will force that
tougher.
tomorrow. Oh yeah, prototype by the way is the way. You mean like prototype archaic? Yes, that's another bad weapon actually. For Mavuika especially. You mean like this one? Yeah. This is actually a good weapon, because on hit, normal and charge attack have a 50% chance to deal like additional damage, which is actually crazy. Yes, it's only like 15 seconds, but that's alright. I mean like, because you know why? Chance to deal additional 240% attack damage to opponents, like yeah, it's crazy. It's not a bad weapon at all. You can go for it. Maybe it's not greatest, but it's still valuable. It's still valuable. Alright, let me, you know what? I need to do some like arlecchino boss. Let me do one of this because of, let's say, even if I'm not sure about citlali, I mean like if I can get her or going for her, like I don't have enough mats, unfortunately, because yeah, let me check. I have like one of this, 0 of this, and only 2 of this. So it's actually not so high. It's like, yeah, should be better. But I don't have. And now characters will be more dependent on skill or normal, and those new enemies who suck. And you know like what? No, it's not like that. Mr. Dewey, I don't want, like, you know why it's not like that? That normal attack, it's another option. That's it. It's like it gives you another option to deal some damage. Yeah, it's like that. Because you know, like we have like chasca who plays out of charge attack, you know. We have like kinich, but we still have Neuvillette, we still have Furina, we still have Xilonen. So like yeah, and normal attack, or like it's kind of additional options. That's it. It's not like changing something, because using normal attacks in case of damage is actually way better than using strong attacks, etc., something like that. Because with strong attacks, you a little bit like strong, I mean like yeah, skill or something, or burst, you are a little bit limited. You know why? Because now we have new enemies who can like deplete your energy. So yeah, it's actually might be a lot of pain in the future. Also, we already have the enemies like who can like deplete your energy, you know. But they are not so aggressive, you know. They're pretty like okay. I mean like if you are within the field, they just like get you. Especially if you know like this boss, by the way. If you know like just a second. We have like This area, which is like petrichor, you know, it's underwater fontaine. Just a second, let me just go there. Let me show you. So yeah, we have like, oh yeah, it's right here. We have like this boss, which is actually a local legend, who can deplete your energy immediately, you know, when you're within that
Practice
field.
these days.
So we already have the enemies.
Any conflicts around?
So in this case, let's say
I'm
the
in the
characters
mood for
who
some
play out
peacemaking.
of normal attacks, you know, out of like charge attacks, like chasca, like kinich, might be way more valuable. It's just an option. It's just like, yeah. For the try Navi team, I want to see. Oh, with serpent. What? Try Navi team, serpent spine, like against. Yes, okay, like. All right, Dimas. Well, will Kiching one time and clear abyss with. Yes, I will. By the way, you know why? Let me show my Kiching, but it's not going to be so early. Actually, don't get me wrong, because yeah, that's why I keep Kiching. By the way, my Kiching is actually crazy. 64, 205. Energy recharge is a little bit low. Like weapon is like this one, R5. Let me show my artifact. Actually, they are pretty good. I can do the changes, adjustment, by the way. This one. Attack. Electro damage goblet. It's actually my best one. And yes, crit rate, crit damage. Constellation 1. Talents like... Yeah. I need to like level up talents. I know that. I will, by the way. I want to use Kiching because you know what? Kiching is so crazy. And if you ask me, Kiching with Constellation is better than Chlorine without Constellations. So, in my opinion, like Kiching is more affordable to get than Chlorine. That's why I skipped Chlorine, by the way. That's why I skipped Chlorine. And Kiching in like Aggravate team is just insanely crazy. Since I have Constellation 6, Fischl, Nahida, and Kazuho or Sucrose. And by the way, you know what? Future Lanyan. It's like, let me check the name. Lanyan, right? If I pronounce it correct, just a second. Lanyan. Yeah, Lanyan might be extremely useful with Kiching. And also, in this case, this weapon actually might be extremely useful for Kiching as well. I mean, you know which one? What's the new weapon we got? Just a second. This one. Because of like Lanyan provides a shield. That shield, by the way, buffed by 4.5 seconds. It was like 8 seconds duration. Now it's 12.5 seconds duration. Also, it's still 16 seconds cooldown. So yeah, like for Kiching, this weapon might be extremely useful when you're under the shield. Because of normal and charge attacks.
So many papers. Why?
Build kitchen. Okay. Let's come in. At least you don't need chlorine as you can gain kitchen. Yes, actually yes. That's why I like back then I just skipped chlorine, by the way, because yes, at Constellation 0 chlorine and like kitchen like not even comparable. But with higher constellation, kitchen is actually, I would say, pretty valuable. She's not bad at all. You need to get used to her normal and charge attack, but that's alright. Last time I used Chasca, if I'm not mistaken, right? With Ororon, with Nahida. But yeah, let me play like lazy game, you know. Yeah, just a second, guys.
What is the situation?
Situation is critical. Yeah, let me go like, whatever, like let me use this team. This team is crazy. I like to use this team actually a lot. It's so fun to play because it's mostly like...
Afraid? Or do you not even have the courage to be afraid? With these rising flames! Now that's more like it.
The Temple of Wisdom!
Shine down!
Ready, go!
With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise. Have a taste of purgatory.
Illusion shock! Shine down! Hey!
Not bad. You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all.
It's so fun to use this team, actually, not gonna lie.
Illusion shattered!
Darkness has been sealed away. My blade is all that remains.
There is no escape!
Don't be scared!
Suntown is only the beginning.
Bad!
Alright. Oh, for real? Let me try it next. So yeah, that's cool, I got this one. Because yeah, I'm a little bit little on this one. It's 77, I used a lot. Yao Yao became a ping pong ball. Oh yeah, she's crazy actually. That's why, if you remember guys, I like told you that builds at Yao Yao, she's just crazy. She apply Dendro so great. Also literally, let's say yeah, with this team, just like yeah, it's so easy to play. Okay, let me try Navia with Serpent Spine. I mean, her damage is okay. The only problem is Gravestone better. So yeah, R1 Gravestone, like my stat, it's like 90 to 180. If I switch, but attack is a little bit low, you know, but if I switch the weapon, let's say, I get way more crazy amount of attack. My crit rate is decreased a little bit. Crit damage is at the same level, so yeah, like only attack, but this attack actually makes sense. So yeah, you know. I have those dream Solomons like 200. Administrator, come on. Well, why you are collecting all of the stuff and don't use it? I mean, like, if you ask me, you told me like you have like a fragile 258 or something. I mean, like, I use them like, and yes, like it's up to you. So like, I don't know, like dream 200s. Why do you need them? Like, you don't need to keep them actually. Okay, let's try like, oh, first team. Oh yeah, let's try Furina team. Oh, Furina, Xilonen. Yeah. And Bennett. Hello, baby. I'm a collector. I don't know. I have this bad habit. Oh, that's alright. I mean, like, you know why? I had back then. I had the same bad habit, but now I decided you know why? This game will like come to an end way faster than you can utilize and use all of the stuff you have at the moment. So because of that, I now just keep some of the mats at certain level, you know, like I keep like condensed resin at like, I don't want to go like lower than 80, something like that, if you notice that, like, but I don't want to go higher than 100. So yeah, something like, you know why? Just in case. It's like, it's possible that you can get like back-to-back 5 characters, or let's say Hoyo change their minds and give like 5-star characters back-to-back, something like that. You never know. So yeah. But I don't want to like to keep them like, you know, like
I was watering it every day.
200, 300, something like. I always use, if I see that it's like I overcapping the number, I just use them. Especially now when like I definitely will go for Mavuika, and because of that I need some mats. I also need to level up my chasca's level, my another Favonius lens. That I want to level up that new catalyst I got, you know, for Neuvillette. I want to try it as well.
Time to shine.
Okay. I'm gonna well, just diverse the errors. Maybe 3 version later. It will the end of Genshin. I mean, like, no, I don't think about 3 version 3. You know why? By the way, guys, about the Genshin Impact versions. As you know, guys, Xianyun is already ready. Recently, couple days ago, I saw the like footages, like picture about Xianyun region. And you know what? It's huge. It's incredibly huge, actually. It's so huge. It's kind of like a Liu Harbor. I mean, like, area. That region is so huge. The point is that Xianyun region is already ready. They like Hoyo is already works on Kainra, which is going to be the next one, by the way. After that is going to be Celestia. After Celestia, we should get like kinda Teyvat past stories. So yeah, like if you ask me, it's about like 5 maybe or 6 version of the game we're going to get. So yeah, we definitely have about like 4 or 5 years of the game, like of the content, you know. And you never know, like, since this game is like, its lore is also great, most likely Hoyo, like, you know, like, they are not bad developer company, I mean game company, because it's not like Kuro games, don't get me wrong, game is okay, but yeah, backstory, it's so bad, it's like completely trash. So because of that, in some cases, game is not so playable, you know, like, because so many players just like to read that lore, you know, do some like, you know, comparison with the game, something like that. So yeah, it's fun, definitely.
Let my name echo in song fire! Well, teamwork is trick, bring it! Letting brave names echo! Hey there! This one's got your name on it!
Just style it, please.
Strike a pose! Let the world come on! Let's light it up! Go in! A proper send-off! Hear the echoes of the valley! This one's got your name on it! This one's got your
Okay, like, as you notice, like, hey Lucas, how are you doing? Dreamers, as you notice, like, damage is crazy. I can do it again. Actually, Navia is, if you ask me, guys, go for Navi or not, I would definitely suggest you to go for Navi. You know why? If you need some damage, just like choose Navia, because Navia can use Bennett. By the way, she can use Mavuika as well. She can use citlali. Like, yeah, she can use any fake character we're going to get within this game. Just keep that in mind. And her damage, actually, yes, it relies on her bursts and crystals. But since we have Xilonen, you're completely alright, you know. And if you have Constellation 2 Xilonen, that's even better, you know. The only problem with citlali, yes, citlali decrease res rate for Hydra and Pyro, but you still can use it and get that, you know, like, you can use, in this case, you can use Xilonen with Petra because you have double geo character, citlali with Cinder City, right? And Bennett or maybe Furina. So yeah, like she's still valuable. How are you doing, Lucas? So yeah, about the topic, by the way, Lucas, yeah, like she gets some nerf. Some nerf, it's about like 50 to 20% nerf, which is actually okay. Which do I need for Neuvillette? I mean, like, you need weapon? You mean weapons? Oh, about weapons, by the way, you will be alright with that prototype amber, you know, weapon. Just a second. And if you mean weapon, most likely about the set, you know, like her signature set, his signature set is Mercy Hunter. About the weapon, I would suggest you to go for this one, because he can, like, at least can fix Neuvillette's energy problem and also can heal all of your teammates, which is actually super valuable if you play with Furina. You know why? In this case you can get 300 funfi stack more faster. That's why it's so valuable. I wouldn't suggest you to go for any other weapons if you ask me. I mean, like, yes, unless you have his signature weapon. Signature weapon also, like, pretty good. Oh, artifact. No, weapon, yes, prototype amber. About R5 or not, it's up to you. You know why? Because if you go for R5, that weapon will be gives you more healing bonus. If you see, it's that refinement doesn't touch any of the energy like side of this weapon, only HP. It actually might be helpful, but just keep that in mind, it's only additional 2%. So instead of 4%, you can get 2% more every 2 seconds for 6 seconds. So yeah, overall, it's going to be like 6%-ish more, or 8%, something like that. It depends on the numbers, more healing. I wouldn't suggest you. Anyway, so yeah, it's like, yeah, it can be helpful with Furina because 2% can help you get that 300 funfi stacks even more faster, but I still wouldn't suggest you. Because yeah, you need to use that billets. So yeah, R1 is more than enough. By the way, you still can use other weapons. I mean, if you know, like, we have some, like, we have like this weapon, which is actually his 4-star signature kinda. It's not, it's okay, it's not bad. So yeah, like, prototype amber is still better, because within 6 seconds after like normal or charge attack hits an opponent, normal damage will be increased by 6 and charge attack will be increased by 12% max restacks. It means so 36% additional charge attack, you know? So actually it's also not bad, and also it gives you some energy. So just keep that in mind. This weapon is also pretty valuable. It's a free to play weapon, by the way, we got from the event. So this one is kinda maybe, well, you know, like, might be okay. But if you don't have any alternative weapon, so yeah, this one is also valuable. You can use Widzev, by the way. The only problem is, since most likely I would say, if you will play out of, like, not vaping team, like something like that, then elemental mastery as well as attack might be completely useless. Only elemental damage bonus. So yeah, but it gives you additional crit damage. So let's say, by the way, if I switch to this one, I will get like so juicy numbers. Just see, 44 plus 36, which is the same, and 309 crit damage. That's crazy actually, but damage is not so great. If you get like this buff, weapons like 96% buff, yeah, it's insanely crazy. But if you cannot, the damage is a little bit less. So yeah, in this case, prototype amber is kinda like overall, in average, way better than any other weapons. Oh, you have both. That's great, actually. I have all resources to pull him. Oh, that's alright. I mean, like, you know what? Like, definitely go for Neuvillette. I mean, since you're 50-50, like, get Neuvillette, then, like, try to get Mavuika. Mavuika will get her rerun anyway, but I don't think, like, we're going to get Neuvillette within that version. So yeah, like, keep that in mind. That's why back then, if you remember guys, I suggest you to just skip Mavuika and go for Neuvillette, because Neuvillette is still valuable. The only problem is now, since they add new enemies who can like deplete your energy, it might be a little bit issue for Neuvillette. We can try it, by the way. You know, like let's do it. Just a second. I can show you. Like, yeah. Also, Neuvillette is bad by destroying that shield, even though it does charge attacks. So yeah, Dreamers, as you noticed, like you can do, by the way, about like 30 seconds round, by the way, with this team. It's not. So yeah, let me just let me show you the team. It's free to play completely. Yes, Serpent Spine is not free to play weapon, but if I switch to Dragon's Gravestone, I can get more damage. So yeah, like I mean, like this team. And Bennett.
I won't hold you back.
Constellation 0,
Much.
Constellation 0 Navia, Constellation 0 Furina, and Constellation 5 Bennett. In this case, even with Constellation 6, he cannot like change Navia's infusion, because as I know, that infusion cannot be changed. Just a second. Just a second, guys. In addition, 3 stacks and fusion. Where is the fusion? Oh yeah, wiring. Just maybe it's an passive. Oh yeah, overridden by Ace. This one. So yeah, for 4 seconds after using like her skill, the damage dealt by Navia's normal attacks, charge attacks, and like plunge attacks will be converted to geo damage, into geo damage, which cannot be overridden by any other elemental fusion. So yeah, you will be alright. Well, as you know, like Bennett, like he can like do that with Constellation 6, you know? It's like sword, claymore, and polearm. So yeah. Mr. Prototype best for Neuvillette as a free-to-play. I mean, you know, like, yes, I agree with you. And you know why Ali is better and Mr. Develop? It's not because the damage. Actually, you can get more damage with other weapons. The point is, those passives actually so incredibly useful for Neuvillette. Energy, he needs energy, and that healing, Furina needs healing. Like, say, when you play with Furina, you need that healing. Only because of that. Oh, you don't need signature for, like, I don't know if you want to go for signature, like Mavuika signature. Yes, definitely you don't need that. I mean, like, this weapon might be great, but just keep that in mind. You can overcap like your crit rate. That's a problem with that weapon. The only problem, by the way. So yeah, like you need to like a little bit lower it. I mean, crit rate. But yeah, like, let's say if you need damage, go for Navia. Navi is just like, yeah, she's so crazy.
Shower new praise! Time to shine! Fire! Well,
Bring it!
letting brave names echo! Teamwork is dreamwork! Umbrella warfare, I guess! Umbrella warfare, I guess!
The only problem is you can miss. That's possible.
Umbrella warfare,
Because
I
yeah,
guess!
you need to just like charge. As you know, guys, when you play with Navia, no need to like use that. You need to like hold that skill, but not tap that skill, because when you hold that skill, she collects all of the shreds, like crystals, geo crystals, and that crystals increase her damage by a lot.
Strike a pose! Let my name echo a proper send-off!
Hear the echoes of the valley!
I'm going in! Hey there! Cha! Ah, ha! Hiya! Feeling lucky? Cha! Ah!
Oh, you're welcome, Dreamers. Well, Mavuika don't need signature, right, for DPS. I mean, like, no, Mr. Devar, we discussed that, like, she is, even though she can be as a sub DPS, you better to use her as a DPS. In this case, her weapon is definitely, like, the best one. So she needs that weapon anyway, because that weapon is just give her crit rate, additional crit rate, 11% of crit rate. Also, its base attack is just crazy, by the way. It's 700 something ish. It's just insanely crazy, which is super valuable for Mavuika. So yeah, that weapon is actually best one. That's like, yeah. We don't have any weapon which can compete Mavuika's signature for her especially. But on other case, like, you can use Gravestone, you can use Serpent Spine, you know, you can use all of these weapons. And Prototype Archaic as well, by the way. So yeah, we have a lot of options for Mavuika. Yes, damage will be decreased, but that's alright. By the way, that weapon, I mean, like, Mavuika's signature can increase not only your burst, like DPS damage, but also sub DPS damage as well. So yeah, that weapon is crazy. But, you know, let's say Gravestone does the same, because it's attack, you know.
Letting brave names echo! Teamwork is dream! Feeling lucky? Haha! Hiya! Feeling lucky? Ha! Let the world collide! A proper send-off!
Bring it! Hear the echoes of the valley!
I'm going in! Watch out! Ha-ha! Ha! Coming at ya! Hiya! Nah! Ha-ha! This one's got your name on it!
And since Xilonen is Geo provides, gives you some, shield, you see, like, it's playing with Geo, it's so crazy. It's easy, actually. You don't need any shield, by the way. I saw that players use Zhongli. Zhongli is a completely waste for, for Navia. I mean, like, it's not completely, of course, like, but you can go without, Zhongli, yeah, you will be alright. I guess they were cause Gravestone is still a solid option. Oh yeah, by the way, let me just do some changes. Let me go my Navia with Gravestone, and I will show let me show you the change, the difference. This weapon is also R1, but it gives a lot of attack. This one is because of yeah. Just a second, let me see if I have some buff. The only problem is, yeah, my crit rate, a little bit, lower now. It's not 90, but it's, 62, but it's alright. I mean, with Navi is okay, because Navia, since she uses that shotgun, you still can get some crit rate, you know, crit damage. Let me try the same, the same team. Well, without Obsidian Codex passive, I have 50 crit rate for my Mavuika. Oh yeah, by the way, without Obsidian Codex, passive, if you have Obsidian Codex on Mavuika, you will be completely alright, because that 40% actually you can get it. And you know what? If you use, you still can get it. I mean, you will be alright. Unfortunately, that set it's only for natlan characters. That's sad.
Time to shine! Fire! Well,
Letting brave names echo!
teamwork is dreamwork! Hey there!
And I was outside Bennett's.
Feeling lucky?
Let me do it again. I was outside Bennett's buff. But it was about one, if I'm not mistaken, it was what, 260. Let me try it again and do with Serpent Spine.
Let my name veins boil! Everybody stand! Coming at ya! Ha, this one's got your name on it! Watch out! Ha.
Try it again. So yeah, you need to like catch that crit. So 40 plus 59, yes. I'm overcapping. I mean, like, yes, with Serpent Spine, yes, definitely. But with Gravestone, no. Like, you don't need to go. That's why I would suggest to use Gravestone. Miss Eva, you told me that you have Gravestone, right? So use Gravestone. No need to go like for Serpent Spine. But yes, if you want to use Serpent Spine, but Serpent Spine is not better, by the way. Gravestone at R1 is better. You know why? Because you need to catch all of the, like, you need to collect all of the passive, like 5 stacks, which is actually impossible with Mavuika. You need to keep her on field a little bit. Let's say, you know, like, use her, but it's not working like that. If you use Xilonen, you need to use Mavuika's skill first, then switch to Xilonen, do normal attacks, etc. Something like that, you know, like. But to get that Serpent Spine passive, you need to keep her on field for 20 seconds, you know, completely 5 stacks. It's actually, it's possible, but it's going to be a waste for maybe overall, like, team, like, let's say, kind of like a gameplay, you know, like, it's not going to be so convenient. With Gravestone, I have, like, yeah, that's well, I'm, like, not top, yeah. Fire. So no Serpent Spines. Yes. I don't have Gravestone. My poor Mavuika. That's alright. I mean, like, Dimmers, you can still... You know what I would suggest you? In this case, let's say a little bit overcapping. For now, it's kinda okay. And you can go completely without any crit rate. Actually, like, let's say 27.6, right? 40% plus 5% for Mavuika. Let me do some, like, little math. Just a second. So yeah, 27.6 plus 40 plus 5, it already will give you 72.6% crit rate, you know, without any substats whatsoever. So you just can go actually with, I don't know, like maybe if you have some like without crit rate, you will be alright. By the way, I will do some changes and show you, just a second.
Time to shine! Attack! Bring it! Letting brave names echo! I'm going in! This one's got your name on it! Chat! Haha! Yeah! Coming at ya!
You see, like, even without full charge, it's 260.
This one's got
So
your
this weapon
name
is
on
better than like Serpent Spine at Constellation at Refinement
Showering
Power.
you with praise! Let the world come a proper send-off! Let the mountain's veins boil! Let's light it up! Teamwork is true! Feeling lucky?
You see, like 300k damage. So yeah,
Umbrella warfare, I guess!
it's like,
Attack!
so yeah, this is another like Dragon Spine is like Gravestone, but Dragon Spine. Why I told you Dragon Spine again and again? I don't know. Like anyway, Gravestone. Of course, Gravestone R1 is better than Serpent Spine R1 because you need to like get all of the passive. I mean, like 5 stacks. In case of 5 stacks, yes, maybe, but I don't think so because attack actually, especially let's say with this weapon, right? You get like 3.1k attack. With Serpent Spine, and Mavuika, by the way, can benefit from attack as well. With Serpent Spine, you see it's about like 1k less attack. It's actually huge buff. It's an incredibly huge buff. So with Gravestone 90, yes, of course. Like yeah, I will do the same. By the way, let me show you my build, like future build. Now I have like I built my Amber, so she's like 50 plus 176, and I can like add, let's say, just a second. So yeah, 176.7 plus 38.4. It's going to be for me 90, like 50 plus 40 and 215 crit damage. Because as you know, Ascension for Mavuika is crit damage. It's like at the moment like Amber has 50 plus 38.4. So yeah, you can like kinda roughly calculate how much you get. About attack, yes, it's a little bit difficult to get to say something, but because yeah, weapon, etc., something like that. Okay. Let me get some like trash artifacts. Oh, another thing, by the way, you know what, guys? Even if I, like, as you know, guys, I have like 3 characters with Obsidian Codex. And you know what I noticed yesterday? I noticed that even if I keep my Mavuika with that set, I will be alright with my Chasca. I don't need to change any artifacts. I will be alright with my Kinich. I don't need to change any artifacts, and still like with pretty good ratio. So yeah, I was crying so bad. So now I have three of like 4-star sets for like different characters. That's crazy, actually. Don't get me wrong. I don't know, but it works time to time. You know, like crying. Just kidding, of course, but still. Because I was so bad with this obsidian, not gonna lie. But recently I got about like, let me show you guys. Recently I got like crazy pieces, by the way. Luckily, finally maybe, Hoyo adds like this function which like allow you. So yeah, I got like this one. That's one crazy. This one is okay. It's yesterday's one. This one, crazy one. Yeah, you remember that? It's like, yeah, artifact transmuter. Oh, let's say it's like okay. Elemental mastery, by the way, I got it as well. Where's the next one? This one, I got it recently as well. So yeah, a lot of artifacts. This one. So yeah. Cry for me, Vortex. Oh yeah, I mean like yeah, for real, I'm not kidding, but because yeah, I was so bad with that obsidian code, I couldn't even like build my kinich. And you know what, I checked like if you know like MZ, like it has kinich as well. Let me just like yeah, let me flex for MZ just a second. It has great ratio, by the way. Just a second. Oh yeah, I don't know, it's like his second account or something. Just crazy ratio, actually. And let me show his artifacts. It's like, it's okay-ish actually. This one is great. It's alright. I mean, it's still alright. This one is dendro damage, just insanely crazy, especially for like, yeah, you see like, it's like, how much is that? It's like more than 40 CV. It's like 48, 40-ish CV. Just let's calculate it, just a second. Plus 28, just a second, 0.7. Yeah, 47.3 CV, just crazy actually. This one is just insane. And yes, this one. Might be better, but that's alright. So, hey Toto, how are you doing? So you're using the new weapon on Chasca instead of Skyharp? Yes, you know why, Toto? Because this weapon is better. I mean, like, this weapon is better than Skyward. And let me show why. I recently got another copy. Let's say at R1. Just a second, let me go the team I use. It's going to be like this one. It's like for like the main play. For like this dungeon. So yeah, about the weapon.
What's
Toto.
the occasion?
Why I use this weapon? This weapon at R1 is better than, like, not better, at the same power as Skyward Harp. Even though Skyward Harp gives me some additional stats, you know, an attack, crazy attack, crit rate, and crit damage. This weapon gives me, like, at R1, it's like up to 36% additional damage. At R2 it's 45 already. So now this weapon is better than Skyward. That's why I decided, like, let's say I was super lucky. I did like, if I don't know, yeah, yesterday I did like some wishing for weapons. You know, I thought like about her signature. You know why? Because my ratio is now like 57 plus 40 and 207, actually not bad at all. And that weapon would be just incredibly crazy for her. But it is what it is, like, yeah. I was pretty lucky and got second copy. Somewhere. Mine artifacts giving 51 crit rate, passive 40, yes. 11 from signature, yeah. If you like, yes, 11 not from her signature, by the way. Like kinich signature also can give you 11, like just in case if you have that signature. But yeah. But you know what's the point of that 11% from her signature? You can lower crit rate and let's say go for crit damage, you know? So in this case, actually signature is not bad. And by the way, her signature, if I'm not mistaken, just a second. Her signature gives you ton of base attack. Let me check that claimer. Oh yeah, actually it's 741. It's just actually insanely crazy. Also passive, it's especially made for Mavuika. So yeah. Gain like some like scorching effect when using elemental skill or burst. Crit damage increased by 20% and attack increased by 28 for 6 seconds. This effect can trigger once every 10 seconds. So actually it's crazy, you know? So yeah, it's only 6-second duration, but still it's okay, you know? It has a it's in scourging state. While you're in a scourging state, its duration is increased by 2 seconds after normal charge attacks, deals an elemental damage. So it's actually, yes, you can increase that like state for like additional 2 seconds. Anyway, like, as you know guys, I wouldn't suggest you to go for signature weapon at all, because yeah, we have like so many alternatives. Unfortunately for chasca, we don't have so many. Yes, the only one which is valuable, yes, we have like Amos bow, but this passive, it's like, yeah, it's what is, this one is not so great. Skyward Harp is okay. You can use maybe this one, which that gives you damage, but it's like, it's not consistent, it's bad. Maybe like increase normal attack damage, but decrease, no, it's not like, it's not okay. This one actually might be okay as well, if you go with like the, because you know, for every point of the entire party's combined maximum energy capacity of the elemental burst damage of the character equipment, this weapon is increased by 0. You know why it's good? Since you use with ororon, ororon has a lot of energy recharge, right? And my Lila as well. So yeah, you can get additional 50%. It's actually not a bad weapon at all. Actually, this type of weapons are incredibly powerful. That bow looks so good on. Oh yeah, you mean like 4-star? Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, like it's like her signature. I'm not gonna lie, it looks just insanely crazy. It's like this weapon made for her. It's not signature, of course, it looks incredibly great. But well, are you going to pull on weapon banner or not? I mean, like, which one? This one? No. Definitely. No, like, that's it. I mean, like, I got second copy of this. I got, like, second copy of, like, this one. And I will build this weapon as well. Actually, it's crazy because it now gives me the same amount of HP as prototype Amber. 40%, if you see, 25 plus 15. So yeah, it's crazy. It's a waste actually, and you know that. Well, mine crit damage is like, that's crazy actually, without adding 33. Not 33, 38. 38.4 from Ascension. Hey Indy, how are you doing? Okay, let me try this domain.
Time to say hello.
The Temple of Wisdom. Let's run. Bullseye.
Locked on. Fire in the hole. Bullseye!
I see everything.
Ororon, by the way, is such a great character, not gonna lie. Oh yeah, by the way, Mr. Dever, just correct it, like not 33.8, but 38.4. Okay, actually might be. Now I will get like, yeah. But you know what? I will keep it. Actually, for Mavuika, if you get something like this with a good substat, it's a way. You know why? Since she doesn't need like, and for Chasca as well, especially for Chasca. You know why? Chasca, as you know, guys, like her ascension is crit rate. Because of that, and mualani as well. Mualani is crit rate as well. No, I just like, yeah, maybe I will keep it for now. Hey, Oski, how are you doing? Should I pull Sunday? You mean like Sunday? Just a second. I'm a little bad in names. Like, just a second. Oh, you mean that weapon? Like, what? Just let me check. Like, I didn't get that, Andy. Just let me check it real quick. Should I pull for Sunday? Just a second. Hey, Sino, how are you doing? 7 days for Neuvillette. Yes, exactly. Andy, can you like what is that? Should I pull Sunday tomorrow?
Sometimes a shrouded
Sunday
path
tomorrow.
is not meant to be walked.
What? I mean,
Move
like I didn't
forward
get
with
that,
blind
but still, like
ambition, and the smoke
Sunday
might
from
suffocate
Honkai.
you.
Oh yeah. Oh, Andy, you know, like I don't play Honkai actually. Like, yeah, I have an account, but yeah, I just maybe yes. I mean, you know, like as you know, guys, Honkai started like, let's say, like it's like a little bit power creep game. So yeah, any next character is better than previous. It's usually like this. So if you like the character, why not? But I actually don't play, so I cannot like be more, let's say, informative, I would say, you know. Alright, let me, you know what, let me do like Navia run to the end, if you don't mind, guys. Oh, by the way, Sino, like, have you, like, you know, like, we have, like, some competitor for you in terms of joking. If you remember, like, this story, by the way, I mean, like, Ororon's story. He does the same jokes as Sino does, I mean like in game, if you check it. I will do couple videos, by the way, about veggies, vegetables, something like that. It sounds so fun, you know? Good. Yeah, they're giving standard 5-star. Oh, you mean like, yeah. Yes, I mean like, oh, that's why you're saying that. For real? Oh, like it, like actually I have an account. Maybe I need to join, like, you know, why not? To get like free. But it most likely, the game has some condition, you know, you need to like adventure level rank, something like that. Anyway, let's check. Like, so yeah, Furina and Bennett. For the second half, I will use maybe Al-Haytham team. Actually, I like this team a lot. So it's going to be like this team. And Navia for the first half. Let's go to the end. Furina is actually crazy, not gonna lie. She's so like... Just a second, guys. Well, as you know, like, I'm not getting affected by them. I'm not vampire. That's alright, Mr. Dewar. That's completely okay. Man, I deleted WUWA and they are now releasing new region. Like, yeah, actually, you know, like, that's why, Andy, I keep that WUWA alive and I play it. Because they are so generous as they give, like, free to play so much stuff, and I have pretty good account. That's why I keep it. I already have 5-star weapons. That's crazy, actually. By the way, recently I got another one so early. It was a sword or something, I don't remember exactly. So yeah, but maybe I will install that Honkai. We'll see. Well, you have to get infected by it anyways, no choice. And Charlotte is her name, I guess. Yeah, wrong. Yeah, she's so cool. Yes, she is cool, like, but you know, like, she's so annoying to use. Not gonna lie, she is like hovering in the air and it's so annoying, but on the other side she's incredibly powerful.
Someone told you the Masters of the Night Wind is a tribe of weirdos? Who else is there? I thought I was the only one.
Okay, let me continue. So yeah, it's going to be like this team. And the second half is going to be Alhaitham, Hyperbloom. I wish I can get like couple Cookie Shinobus, not gonna lie. Redownload WUWA, yes, WUWA actually not bad. Xilonen play music in the Spiral Abyss domain. She is another. I use my friend's constellation for Neuvillette in Syria and it was so damn fast. Yeah. I mean, look, by the way, about this Imaginarium Theater. This Imaginarium Theater actually went like so easy for me. You know why? This one, like, it was a 6th season. It was the first one when I haven't touched any other characters but only mine characters. Because last one I used my Neuvillette. As you know, guys, my Neuvillette is not like crazy or something, but for free to play he is actually decent. You know, and I haven't touched any other characters. I used only my characters to finish it. It was like, yeah, for the first time. I keep WUWA too, Mr. Wall. Yeah, actually yes, like I will keep WUWA actually for a long time, not gonna lie, because as you know, guys, every new patch they give like 5 standard fates, 5 rainbow fates, then they, yes, even though trash story whatsoever, dailies is, you do the dailies, the same daily again and again for a week, then they decide to change it. I don't know why is that, you know, even Genshin, like, with trash dailies, way better commissions, right? But despite all of these problems, the game is playable, you know, you can get new characters with new mechanics, why not? I mean, like, by playing it, you can some kinda support the Kuro anyways, you know, and also I do some videos. Okay, Mr. Dewar, bye-bye. Time are you young? Alright, let me just do it.
Strike a pose! Time to shine! Attack! 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 Time to shine! Atta
the echoes of the valley.
Teamwork is trick. Feeling lucky. Hiya! Feeling lucky. Ah,
Let me get some energy back.
this one's got your name.
Nice. I hope you win. Oh yeah. Actually yes, like Neuvillette. Mualani is so amazing. She did like 150k at level 7. By the way, Sino, I mean like 150k, it's low. If you ask me, it's super low. You can do way more better damage. Just keep that in mind. I mean like yes, it depends on your talent level. Maybe like it's low as well. It definitely low because level. But still, like level up. By the way, Mualani is better to get to like level 90. It's better to level 90.
Let me weave you a verse. Huh?
I'll settle this. Our bond is strong.
Here you are.
I need to be careful, like when, like yeah, you see, like
Make yourselves at home.
I always
No, my
mess up.
sword.
Is that?
Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter.
Get with me.
The process of elimination.
I see everything. Our bond is strong.
No, my sword. Witness the power.
This way through a little. The Temple of Wisdom. Out of my way. Committed to memory.
So yeah, I messed up with rotation a little bit. I'll try my 50-50 on Neuvillette as well. Actually, yes, Oski, if you ask me, it's not a bad like idea. You know why? By the way, guys, for like next patch, most likely it's not officially confirmed, but for 5.3, they will change the banners. I mean, wishing banners a little bit. It's not a little bit. Actually, it's a huge like changes. They will put brand new characters on phase 1, and that phase will last for 42 days. So for entire patch. In this case, you can easily get all of the Primogems within that patch. I mean that version. So yeah, and by the way, we will get about like 100 spools within 5.3, something like that. And Lantern Ride, by the way, it's a 10 pulls, by the way. Lantern Ride usually gives us like 10 pulls. It's not okay if you compare with Kuro games and Wuthering Waves, but it is what it is. But
Don't tell me I overdid it this time.
bro, Dreamers, yeah, okay. I'm gonna try 50-50 on Neuvillette Constellation 1. I hope I either lose or Mavuika guarantee, or get Mavuika early, because I need like Citlali to. Oh yeah, Citlali. Actually, about Citlali. By the way, guys, they nerf Citlali as well, but not so high. I mean, they nerf Citlali's damage, which is actually might be not so like yeah, it's useful anyway, but you can ignore it. I would say, you know, like yeah, most damage she still applies like same amount of like cryo, which is most important part. The only problem is energy, as you know, guys. Like she maybe will get some like not will get, of course, like yeah, she has some energy problem. Just maybe, because yeah, even though she is or like she has only 60 energy cost on her burst, you need that energy. I mean, like most of her abilities comes out of her burst. Because of that, so yeah, you need that energy. You know, what does Citlali even need? Oh, Citlali, of course, like yeah, that's a problem actually, Jonas. The only problem with Citlali, it's her energy. It's not elemental mastery. She needs energy, like to use it and give you shield and utilize Night Soul points and give you that infusion. So yeah, like it's most important part actually. So yeah, her skill is just for
How many forging
Night Soul
commissions do
points
I
as
still have
well,
to finish?
but
Let's
burst is
see.
the main source of her
1,
like abilities
2,
for supportive abilities.
Not so many as I thought. I'll get to them tomorrow.
But what is her burst even good for? What if her burst even good? What I mean, like, why is it like? You mean like why her burst? By the way, it's a main source of her supportive utilities. That burst gives you shield. That burst gives you like some buffs, some damage, and also like can apply cryo. If I'm not mistaken, it's like this. Citlali's damage is good over her shield damage. Yeah, observation. Yeah, she is mostly gonna be a res shredder and burst support for some decent shield. I mean, like, let's say we already know like how, because as you know, Andy, like, let's say Citlali is a cryo. Oh, it's hydro and pyro Xilonen. So yeah, let's say if you want to do some melt, in case of Xilonen, it's better to use Citlali. If you want only one spot for a character, instead of Xilonen, it's better to use Citlali. Why? Citlali can use Cinder City, Citlali can shed Pyro and Hydro by 20%. On top of that, since Citlali is a cryo, she can apply cryo and you can do melt. Xilonen cannot do all of this stuff. And also she gives you some shield, which is actually crazy, you know, especially for arlecchino. So yeah, I just want to try her with arlecchino because yeah. Okay, let me just do it at second half. Oh, this one is actually annoying.
Come on! A proper send-off!
Bring it! Let engraved names echo!
Everybody stand up! Feeling lucky?
Yeah, you see that? I missed.
Umbrella warfare, I guess!
Let me do it again. I just completely missed that shot. It's possible. Actually, it's now like, you know, like I don't know if you remember, like early version of the games and Spiral Abyss was actually it's all about damage and that's it. I mean, enemies was like not so mobile. It was so easy, but you need back then like damage was like important part. Now it's not only damage. It's also like speed of your attack, you know. So yeah, it's like kind of like this. I really want to try Neuvillette, Xilonen, Kazuha, Citlali. About that, by the way, it's not a bad team. I would say not like not this team actually. I would say another one, not Kazuha, but you know what? It's going to be another team. Neuvillette, Xilonen, Furina, and Citlali. Since Citlali can like res-shred Hydro, it might be useful not only for Neuvillette but for Furina as well. Furina on top of that can give you up to 75% elemental damage bonus. With Xilonen you can get it because Xilonen can heal, Neuvillette can heal himself, and also you use like yeah, and Citlali provides you a shield. So I would say it's better to go for not Kazuha. You know why? Kazuha is, let's say Kazuha is not so easy to use now. Because you need to like use his skills and bursts. You will get about 7 seconds each or 6 seconds each of like increased damage and rest rate. In this case, using Furina might be way more useful, you know? Because you will get enough rest rate. Citlali provides you 20%, Xilonen provides you 36%, right? You don't need more than that, I would say. And damage, 40% is less than 75, you know? And since Xilonen can give you some healing back, you can get some fast attack pretty fast. So I would say the team like that, like Furina, Xilonen, Neuvillette, and Citlali might be better. Be nice if Hoyo puts Xiphos. Oh, no, don't even like, yeah, would be nice actually. I'm not gonna lie, Xiphos is actually, if you ask me, by the way, I heard that like some player says that Xiphos is bad at Refinement 1. It's not true. Xiphos is great at Refinement 1. The only problem at Refinement 1, you cannot use on any characters that Xiphos. Yes, that's true. You can use it on the Kuki Shinobu. You can use it on Kazuha. You can use it on, let's say, kinda maybe EM Bennett, you know, with that instructor set, maybe, you know, you can get some like energy back. But it's not actually, like, you can, but it's not a great option. And yeah, maybe that's it. Or yeah, maybe that's it. But with higher refinement, yes, you can use literally on any character, because yeah, it's provide you more energy recharge out of small amount of elemental mastery. Creepy? I mean, like, you mean like citlali, like citlali granny? I mean, yes, maybe, but I like her actually, not gonna lie. Actually, she's so fun to play. And we need, like, yes, she's kinda like, yeah, weird maybe, but she's fine. I mean, like, at least some, like, some new fresh air. Musky, you're right. I'm gonna save for Furina after Mavuika. Oh, yes, actually, yes, definitely. I mean, I don't know why, but I'm not even a little hyped about citlali. Oh, that's alright. I mean, like, you know why? If you have Xilonen, you're completely alright. You don't need to go for citlali at all, because citlali will provide. Why citlali is so good now? I'm sorry. Because citlali will be the only one, at least for now, who can provide enough cryo to do some melt. That's it. We don't have the great character at the moment. We have Kaya, which is actually pretty valuable, but unfortunately at Constellation 6. I mean, because last Constellation gives him additional that, like, flying, like cryo, like, around him, you know? At Constellation, without Constellation 6, he is kind of maybe okay. He is pretty slow on normal attacks and his skill. Rosa is not okay. You can use Ayaka, by the way. Rohit, like, by the way, you can check yesterday's stream. I use Ayaka with arlecchino. It's not a bad damage. I can do the test, by the way. I will do the test. So yeah, it's kind of like Xilonen, arlecchino, Ayaka, and Bennett. So yeah, I will do the test and I will show you, by the way. It's crazy damage. Romance manga, yeah, actually yes, it looks so fun on that pillow. Actually yes, it looks so fun, not gonna lie. And also, by the way, she has the same ability like Ororon has, like flying ability when you, like, press that spacebar on your keyboard. Alright, let me start it. I messed up with that enemy, that's why.
Let my name echo in song, a proper send-off. Hear the echoes of the valley! Going in! This one's got your name on it!
Catch him.
Hey there! This one's got your name on it!
Bring it!
Stop that! Umbrella warfare, I guess! Everybody stand back! This one's got your name on it!
That was actually a little bit nice, but that's alright.
Let the world collide!
Letting brave names echo!
A proper send-off! Yeah! Teamwork is strength! Feeling lucky? Tap! Feeling lucky? Feeling lucky?
Let's light it up!
Yoo-hoo! Hey!
Oh yeah, weapon skin actually is trash. Not gonna lie. In WoW, yeah, they add just like recently. You know, like maybe it's okay for some characters. Actually, for Shangliao, it might be okay. Not gonna lie. And it adds, like, WoW will give us some transparent skins. Actually looks awesome. But you know what's the problem? They cannot, at the moment they cannot fix the problems and give some, like, this, like, you know, like, how it calls, it's like calls, You know, some visual adjustment, which is actually bad, if you ask me. But still, it's fun to have, maybe, yeah.
Everyone hold hands.
Oh, I forgot about
Stand with me. Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword.
Scatter!
Time to act. Hey!
I hate this one.
Let me weave you a verse. Our bond is strong.
Oh, actually I can.
Roll.
Oh, my bad. Can I?
Committed to memory. Discipline.
Alright. I mean, I don't want to waste my time. I completely forgot about that. Let me do arlecchino, by the way. And like ghost, dark type Pokemon. Yes. Imagine instant teleport ability like Goku on lane. Oh, actually yes. It's like I can't stop thinking about like Dansleaf being a ghost dark type character. Oh, you mean like he actually Dansleaf looks awesome, not gonna lie. So yeah, the team is going to be like this. By the way, let me show you my build first. Let me do one domain run. So yeah, my build is about like Ayaka with like 300 energy recharge only for that burst, by the way. For why I have only Ayaka? Oh, I see. I just... I usually like close my co-op mode, you know why? Because yeah, sometimes it's a little bit annoying when someone joins like you while you're streaming. It's bad, I know, but yeah. Sometimes if you do some testing, you know, like you cannot do it, like it's a little bit annoying. Okay, let me go the same team. Oh, bye bye, Sino, bye bye. Dreamers. Yeah. All right.
Not too far now.
Let my name echo in song. Everyone hold hands. Make yourselves at home.
Go! You're free now!
Take me up. Locked on.
Knock him down.
Bullseye.
I will like maybe crown her burst, maybe, we'll see. Because actually it's pretty powerful, even though damage like multipliers are pretty low, damage is great. Okay, actually it's good. Yeah. We can try to get like something, maybe crit rate would be nice. I mean, I know like keep this type of artifact, it's not a great idea. I know like, I know that some players just like try to avoid them and melt them immediately. But you never know. Alright, about that melt team, by the way. Like with Ayaka, actually not a bad option. The only problem is it's to catch an enemy, you know? So yeah, the team is going like Xilonen, Arlecchino, Ayaka and Bennett.
Yeah.
And my Ayaka's build is like she's midi with like this weapon with 55, 121 and 300 energy recharge, mostly because of like, yeah, to use and do some like melt damage. And that melt damage actually is pretty good. I was shocked when I saw 44 damage with my chasca level 3 burst at level 9. The burst in this. Yes, actually level 9 burst. Yes, yeah. Like, by the way, her burst is crazy. That's why I want to level 9 it. Maybe we'll crown it. At the moment it's level 8. But yes, like that burst is crazy actually. Pretty good damage. And also, I still don't know, should you use that burst when you like up into the air or like when you like on the like floor? It still depends. If I'm not if I'm not mistaken, like it makes no sense. No matter when you use it, it's still the same damage. But you know, most likely when she is on the air, she gets some buff. So yeah, this team is going to be like, yeah, you need to use this one, this one. This one.
I'm going in!
This one.
Sakura swirl!
You see the damage? Like it's 15 seconds and he's done. Actually it's bad. It's not a bad damage at all, but you need to catch him. That's a problem. So you need to like, by the way, my arlecchino is with signature weapon. The only problem with this team is energy. And they gave new region too. I use a burst and immediately use skill to activate the buff before. Actually, yes, you're right. I forgot about that. But you know what's the problem for me? I use melt, but not her burst damage. Because of that, it would be a waste of time for me. But let's try it. You actually, yes.
Bring it! Everybody stand! Whirling snow, coming to out.
Yeah, that's a problem. I mean, like, yeah, he keep running away. Yeah, you can do it against like some other enemies, but not against him, in my opinion. Let's try it again.
Transfixed.
Overruled. Going in! Sakura swirl!
Laid back.
Why do they never miss? My apologies. Embrace the ice.
Stop a little bit. Anyways, good. Yeah, okay. Ali, thanks for joining, Ali. And bye-bye. We'll be online tomorrow anyway. And yes, I hope like... Oh, we can get more info about like those, all of the buffs and stuff.
Transfixed.
Teamwork is dream. Sakura swirl.
Witness my rise. Bring it.
I'm going in. Whirling snow. Coming to art. Summit.
Wanted my full attention.
Let's light it up. Take flight.
Laid bare.
Yeah, only problem is catch them together, you know, like that's the only problem with that. But overall, actually, it's not a bad damage. Oh, and about burst, like Andy, if you ask me, I wouldn't suggest you because that burst actually, it's it's actually powerful. If you like talk about like Chasca's burst.
Bring it! Teamwork is dreamwork! My apologies! Embrace the ice!
It's actually like great damage. The only problem is
Whirling snow! Let's light it up!
This is where you fall. Transfix.
I'm going in! Sakura swirl!
so if you catch them together, you get like crazy amount of damage, and you like like I don't like Ayaka's burst, or especially when you fight against like multiple enemies. It's like kinda like, you know, a 50-50. You can catch them, you can like miss them, but if you catch, actually runtime is, you see, like 40 seconds. It's not a bad timing. I just wanted Ororon, but I got her for real. Oh, that's, you haven't like yeah, that's actually bad. But you know what, I still wouldn't suggest you maybe to go for Ororon because of that. Yeah, because of Mavuika is on the way, Neuvillette is on the way, you know. So yeah, Ororon actually is crazy. But you can skip him. You know why? Ororon is okay, but let's say I don't think you're going to use Ororon with Mavuika, by the way. I don't think you can use Ororon with Neuvillette. Actually, you can, but it's not. You know what? Let's try. Let's try Ororon with, because Neuvillette has own great. You can use Ororon with chasca though. Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, if you use like with chasca, yeah, is like Ororon is pretty helpful. Just a second, guys. Let me try with Neuvillette. But it's not a great option if you ask me. Now, Vortex, I got them already on the banner at least. I've told you about the... oh, I see now, my bad. Okay, like, okay, it's not... Then this chat is not for me, I see now, okay, my bad. So yeah, with Ororon Neuvillette. But anyway, let me try Ororon and Neuvillette. Neuvillette has own great team actually, you know. But let's avoid using Xilonen and go for Ororon. By the way, you don't need to on-field Ororon. Oh, actually we can use Xilonen as well. Now, it might be a little bit problem. Let's go. It's Kazuha as well. You know why? With Kazuha you don't know what to swirl. You will get electro charge damage immediately, but you can use Xilonen. In this case, Xilonen might be better. You know why? Because... oh no, Xilonen is not the case. Xilonen and Ororon use the same artifact set. I don't want to change them. So yeah, let's go this thing. Oh, bye-bye, Dreamers. Bye-bye. Alright, let me try it. In domain, it's not possible to use it, right? Oh no, it's possible actually. Okay. That's crazy actually. Alright. Let me start again. So.
Strike a pose! Let the world come!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Cut! Silence! The tides beckon. Time to say hello. Farewell!
Not too far now.
Be sanctified.
Let my name echo in song!
As one with wind and cloud.
Go! You're free now!
The tides beckon. Bow your head.
Let's say it's alright. I would say maybe. Of course, like, yeah, Xilonen is like better. But let's say it's alright. It's better than Cookie Shinobi, I would say. You know why? But yeah. The problem is that beast tried to keep him away from that circle. Oh yeah, thank you very much for joining. Actually, yes, I maybe will like stop the stream like maybe in like 10 minutes, something like that. Let me do one more domain because yeah, it's a winter, it's a little bit maybe cold, and yeah, because of that. Alrighty, let me just like okay, let's try something. Yeah, let's try the same team. Somehow I like this team in Spoil Abyss.
The breeze is restless
Even
today.
though it's completely a mess.
Time to shine!
Farewell! Time to say hello.
I see everything!
Ha! Open fire! Open fire! Fire in the hole! Ha!
Hey!
Be free!
Strike a pose!
Take me up! Locked on!
Alright, it's nothing. Okay guys, let's do that strongbox, and maybe that's it for today. Yeah, for me it's also a little bit late and it's a little bit cold. You know, weather changes.
Time to get down to business.
Alright. I'm going to do Mercy Hunter again, because actually it might be very useful with future characters. And Mavuika as well. Maybe I can get Hydro. Of course not. Alright. And let me just... Yeah. Yeah, let me have this one. If I can get crit rate, it would be nice. Of course not. Okay, it's crit rate. Actually, it's bad. You know why? Because... Okay, alright guys, thanks for joining. I will be online tomorrow. This day it's like today's stream is a little bit short, but yes, it's because of like it's timing and you are like busy as well. So yeah, alright guys, thanks for joining once again. I will be online tomorrow. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, I hope like for maybe some news about Mavuika's other stuff. But yeah, it's like this. Thanks for joining once again and bye bye guys. Bye bye.
I guess I'll post a commission at the Adventurers Guild. Fountain. Hear my wishes.